Hey everybody, Ed with ContentMaxima.com. A lot of our new users are also new users of OpenAI's API key and setting that up. So we keep seeing the same errors over and over and over again, and I wanted to make a video to clarify when things go wrong in our software Content Maxima or when things go wrong with OpenAI, and I wanted to show you what an error looks like. So this is a very common error that is happening if you have a brand new OpenAI API key, if you've gone to platform.openai.com and signed up for an account for the very first time. You might get this error. And what this error is the software is calling OpenAI over the API key, and then what's happening is your account over at OpenAI is brand new and you're on the free tier. So you haven't upgraded your limits yet. There's something called rate limits, and then additionally, the limitations also give you access to different language models. Now, we talk about GPT 3.5, we talk about GPT 4, and there's new emerging models that will probably come to be if you're watching this video in the future. There'll be even more options coming out over the course of time. So the very first thing you'll notice here is the person who installed our software and attempted to run one of the modules is getting feedback saying OpenAI error in the pink, right? The top one here. It says the model GPT-4 does not exist or you do not have access to it. So first and foremost, this account does not have access to GPT-4. Down at the bottom, you'll notice where it says OpenAI error, rate limit error. You've exceeded your current quota. Please check your plan and billing details for more information, and it gives you the link to the docs on OpenAI's website. Now, let's hop over to the website for clarification. So again, you go to platform.openai.com. Right now, I've navigated to a section on rate limits, and I want you to see this usage tier. So essentially, you have to pay $5 to get Tier 1 access. Because if you don't pay $5 to OpenAI, then you're on the free tier. Now, the problem with being on the free tier is if we look here at free tier rate limits, you only get 3 calls on the API per minute. So RPM stands for rate per minute. RPD is rate per day. So when you look at these different tiers, you'll see the limits go up. And so essentially, you're just establishing a relationship with OpenAI. The more and more you spend money, the longer your account's open, the better your reputation is with them, and the more you'll be able to use it. So Content Maxima will call OpenAI, hundreds of times, maybe even thousands of times if you're running lots and lots of reports, right? So it's important to see this rate per limit, or per minute, limitation, because if you only can call 3 times per minute, well, your software is going to instantly break, because in the first opening prompts that we send to OpenAI to run the software, you've already exceeded your limit. So that's what that error basically means. Now, if I click here to Tier 1, you'll see that same limit, which was for the 3.5 turbo, was a 3. If you spend $5 with them and you go to Tier 1, you'll instantly get upgraded to 3,500 per minute. So now you can freely talk and communicate over that API key. And you'll notice one of the advantages is you get access to other models. You get access to GPT-4, and GPT-4 is limited. So you're only going to be able to communicate 500 times per minute with GPT-4 on Tier 1. As you use our software, or as you use OpenAI technology more and more, and you go up these tiers, you'll notice these limits start to increase. I believe I'm a Tier 4 now because I spend hundreds of dollars a month testing for our software as well as other things. But really, in order to successfully use Content Maxima, You just need tier 1. And the way that you qualify for tier 1 is you just pay them $5. So if you're running into this issue, please take out your credit card and pay them $5. In fact, if I were you, I might pay them 10 or 15 or 20 if I was just starting out with Content Maxima. $5 will still get you an incredible amount of text and tokens. You can convert tokens into character count and all these other things. It gets confusing because they have this whole built-in currency called tokens, but what you really need to know is all you have to do to run Content Maxima is just pay this organization $5 so that you activate your tier 1 API rate per limit, and that will free up your ability to use the software. Until you get off of the free tier and into tier 1, you're not going to be able to run Content Maxima. I hope this clarifies it for you. So this is what I found on rate limits. Another preview here is if you go to your platform.openai.com account and you come in down to settings, you can look at your limits and your billing, right? So here is my current billing for the API. I have a balance, so I have it. I'll basically just add more and more money to my account. So right now I have $113 of AI credits. It's just sitting here. So every time I use the API, every time I use Content Maxima or any other applications that use OpenAI's API key, it's just going against this balance. So instead of having a monthly fee, it's just a credit balance, which is a new way of billing you that they just implemented. And you'll see here under your account, you'll notice limits, and this will tell you what your limits are, and that will link you to the rate limits guide, which is what I was just showing you. The other thing you can do that's nice is you can set a monthly budget for yourself, and you can set email notification thresholds, and it'll tell you how to increase your usage tier, and it'll tell you like what's up next, whatever tier you're at. So I told you I was a tier 4, going to be going to tier 5. Again, you don't have to be using AI at the level that I'm using AI. I just want to be very, very clear that if you run into any issues with the software that mention models missing or exceeding your current quota, just go pay OpenAI and everything will work from that point. It's a valid API key that was entered. It just doesn't have the access to communicate as quickly as it needs to. So tier 1 is all that Content Maxima requires. If you have further questions, please let us know. Contact us at contentmaxima.com, and then you can submit a ticket under the contact page, and we'd be happy to respond to you.